This happened last summer, and even now, I still don't like being outside after dark. I'm not saying this was something supernatural. I honestly don't know what it was. But whatever we encountered that night wasn't normal. It was late June, and the heat hadn't broken even after sunset. Around 9:30 p.m., my younger brother and I decided to take a walk. Our neighborhood is small and quiet, the kind of place where nothing ever really happens. That's why we didn't bring our phones. We figured we'd be back in 15 minutes. The sky was still dimly blue when we left, and porch lights were starting to turn on one by one. We walked toward a small park at the edge of the neighborhood. During the day, kids played there. At night, it was usually empty. That night, it was completely silent. No crickets, no distant traffic, nothing. About halfway there, I noticed my brother slow down. "Do you hear that?" he asked. "Hear what?" I said. He didn't answer. Then I heard it too. Footsteps. Behind us. At first, I thought it was just someone else out walking. But the footsteps didn't sound casual. They were slow and heavy, like whoever it was placing each step carefully. I stopped walking. The footsteps stopped too. I turned around. The street behind us was empty. My brother laughed quietly and said we were just freaking ourselves out. We kept walking, but I stayed tense. The footsteps came back almost immediately, closer this time. When we reached the park, the gate was open, which wasn't unusual. We stepped inside, and that's when I felt it, that uncomfortable sensation of being watched. I scanned the tree line, nothing. Then I noticed movement near the far end of the park. A tall figure stood just outside the reach of the streetlight. Not moving, just standing there, watching. My brother whispered, "Do you see him?" I nodded. We waited, expecting him to walk away. He didn't. Instead, he took one slow step forward, then another. That's when we decided to leave. As we walked back toward the exit, we heard footsteps again, but not behind us. To our left, in the grass, running parallel to us, matching our pace. I glanced over, but the darkness between the trees was too thick to see anything clearly. Then a voice spoke. "You shouldn't be here this late." It came from right beside us. I turned my head, and for a split second, I saw his face. It looked normal, too normal, but his eyes were wrong. They weren't focused on us. They were focused past us, like he was watching something else. My brother froze. I grabbed his arm and pulled him toward the street. The man didn't follow. He just stood there, smiling slightly. We ran the rest of the way home. We didn't stop until we were inside and the door was locked. Neither of us spoke for a long time. Around midnight, my brother came into my room. He asked if I was awake. I said yes. He asked me something that made my stomach drop. "Did you hear someone walking around the house?" We listened. Slow footsteps moved across the gravel outside. Then they stopped, right beneath my bedroom window. I held my breath. The footsteps didn't move for a long time. Then quietly, they walked away. The next morning, we went outside. There were footprints in the dirt near the window. They didn't come from the street. They came from the park. And they stopped exactly where my window was. We never went back out at night that summer. Even now, when the weather gets warm and the nights stay long, I lock every door and window before it gets dark. Because sometimes, just after sunset, I hear footsteps outside. And they always stop right where the light from my window ends.